All right. We got things to do. Things to do. How do I turn off VODs on Twitch? I don't want VODs anymore on Twitch. Settings. Get out of here. Channel and videos. Streaming tools. Twitch. What is that? VOD settings. There's an on off button in my settings. How do I do it? Hello, Frank. Welcome. I forget where the voice is coming from. I want to turn off VODs. I do not want VODs. Go to dashboard. Settings. Okay, there we go. Done. All right. We'll work on Frank for a bit, then switch to some other stuff. A lot of work to do, a lot of things to make. For some reason, it doesn't let me click over his shoulders sometimes. Woo! Excuse me. fingies. Arms longer. You know what? In VR, that will probably be long enough, especially with the longer fingers. Refresh for a second. Let me save really quick. What's going on with my computer? That felt. Look away and then I come back and the first thing I saw was butt. Good. Good. Very important thing. Got the head retopoed and ready to go. Just need the body now. Okay, heck yeah. What kind of character are you making again? That's right. All right, that's looking pretty good. I might separate the foot again. Even out what we got going on here. A little. Yeah, let's just. What we'll do. We will go into edit mode. Select the feet. Extract them. Then what we can do is take a point right in the middle. Move our origin. Well, let's do it at the bottom. Okay. Object mode, object, set origin to geometry, or sorry, set origin to 3D cursor. And I might bisect it in just a moment, but for now, looking good. And now I can work on this, which is nice because it needs that. It's just trying to work back and forth to make something line up is insanity. Total insanity. Done it too many times. Let's bisect it. Slap a mirror on. Bisect. Remesh. This way we can ensure that. Slap another mirror on. All right, that still looks pretty odd. The heel definitely has a odd shape. Bring that in a little. Push this down, pull this forward. Decent. Pull this out to the side. Beautiful. Okay. Very cool. That's looking much better. You can actually go ahead and combine these two. Let's turn off the hair. So I might as well include these in the hair. Ooh, did you hear that? God damn. Head could probably be a little bit bigger relative to the body. This could have done like an empty object. So perhaps a bit more helpful. Yes. Not loading. I don't know why this took so long to load. It really should not have taken that long. It only did it on the x-axis? I should have just done this. Why is it taking so long? This is not the edit that should be slowing my computer. Not the type of edit that should be slowing down my computer so much. Okay, come on, Blender. No, there's no modifiers on it. It's just dance. It's just dance. Oh, I do have symmetry enabled though. That would do it. Yeah, mirror editing. That's it. All right, there we go. Head's a little too big still. Blender has just been... I need to upgrade my computer. It's time. Get a bunch more RAM. $32. 64. 64. $13 GB RAM and it's only comfortable 16 is like the bare minimum nowadays, and Blender plus streaming probably would. Yeah, I mean it's just slow. I really should just be making these edits in sculpt mode. It's really the actual solution here. Well, the scaling would have been difficult. But I can do something like this. That's what sculpt mode is for, working with really, really dense geometry. Embrace the strengths of the different modes. That alien head. All right, pretty good. This one should be visible from this view. Working. Oh, interesting. Oh. Confused by that. What's going on? Is it? I cannot click these images sometimes. Woo! Excuse me. Okay. We got a basic block out of the body. Got one of the tail. I'm gonna duplicate the tail. Apply this one. Take that back, other way around. Why is my mouse moving? And a little bit. Gonna hop off, have fun. Same to you, Hub of Everything. Enjoy your day. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Good luck with your fox. More it's been made, the more I'm starting to appreciate the style of how he's drawn on that ref sheet. In what way? Just like the style. That's good. Definitely good to feel when a character or concept can stand on its own two legs. I suppose that's a very literal in this case. Head's a little big now. Have to reorient them, but they're all roughly in the right spot. Feet could be a little bit bigger. Ankles too. Hmm. Okay. Few things I'd like to just get started are the tufts on the arm, the mane, and the fluff on the tail. We'll do a quick block out of those, and then we're gonna move on to the next avatar we need to work on. So we'll start with the yeah, mane. Have to think about that. So we'll do mane curves. Mane. MC mirror. No mirror. Then do mane. Hi poly. Make an object in here. Name. Delete the geo in there and then add geometry node hair system. We'll give it the hair curves. No mirror and mirrored. And then name profiles. And we'll just copy the hair profiles for those for now. Right. And then in the curves here, we'll do start with the mirrored one, make should be something pretty close to this. Had your break yet? Yes, lunch has been over for a good chunk of time. Take that back. Too much detail. How's your day going, Fox? Just blocking them out. We'll leave it there for now. That's the main. And we basically want to duplicate this whole collection. And we'll do arm or F arm. That'll be the last main chunk of fluff. Been doing good. Hopefully you've been as well. It's going pretty well. Pretty decent. I'm a little torn to be using the hair system for the arms, because I should also be able to just use left. Okay, but those are easy to make. I'll definitely use it for the back and the legs and the smaller pieces of fluff. So this should be good. This should be what I need for now. But we do need one more little hair system. Go ahead and duplicate the collection and put this into the tail collection. And before I end the stream, I'll just want to rename a bunch of stuff for these. We make the hands look like how they are on the second ref sheet. I will be looking at this main sheet because this is what you asked. I just need, if there are differences on what you want, you're going to have to clarify now or ahead of time. But this is the main sheet that I'm referencing. So if you want them to look a different way, you should definitely specify now. But if you're just looking for this little purple spot, that's easy enough to do. Or I think that's purple pink, this color. Lavender. Perfect. All right. Yeah, if it's just the purple, then that, yeah, absolutely can do that. All right, so we'll do tail fluff and let's rename. Hello, Courting Onyx. Welcome. Yeah, this is Frank's avatar here. We're setting up some stuff right now. For this avatar. You're feeling his curse. You like Slender Man? All right, so we got the fluff here. Rotate this, and I think we'll be using... They're both roughly the same shape, so we'll try this one. There. So. Excuse me. Okay, those are at least the main curves that we can see. And we're going to adjust the subdivisions here because I don't like the sampling amount. So we'll turn down the resample to 4 probably. Maybe even just 1. The reason we're doing this is to avoid that little pinch that we were seeing, because we can just up the subdivision count here. And let me do that one more time. Bring it all the way down. Makes them a little weirder to work with, but perfect. The pinch, like how close it is or how it's connected. Not quite sure what you're referring to when it comes to pinch. Or you're talking about this here, this little point. As far as I can tell, it's the fall off from the radius. So if I go in, you can see it pinches inward. If I go out, it pinches outward. So it's just the difference in the radius between the 2 points. Which still not terribly pleased with. I wish I could. There's more I can do to change that, but for now we'll leave it like that. I think what we'll do, let's go to the profile, high poly profile. We're going to turn this down. We're going to set this to 4. So I can see a bit better. You know what? It should stay pretty relatively sharp. Gotta be a better way to smooth that. Oh well, I don't have to fix it right. Yeah, curves in general in Blender. Generally, I really like working with curves, but there are some just weird annoyances I have with them. Like, first, the twisting of a curve can be really difficult to work with. That's one of my main gripes. And then this this kind of odd pinching also is, I think, annoying. Just feels unnecessary. I suppose most problems generally do. It's a little bit better. Why is this one working better? Like the way how it twists out of the way, how you want it. How it's calculated is kind of odd. So a little bit harder to see in the example for what I'm doing right now. But for example, if I take this whole curve and I start moving it, I'm spinning it, do you see how the diamond shape is twisting differently? Like when I start twisting it, the diamond's perfectly aligned with the axis. As I twist it, it no longer is. In fact, now it's twisted 90 degrees. And that's just the type of calculation. So actually, now that I think about it, I think I know how I would make a better curve. But we're just doing a quick little block out here, so that's a good start. And this reference, I'm actually going to put in here, oops, as the tail reference. Like, for example, if you have a spiral curve, things get weird. Or actually, the most difficult one is if like you have shoelaces, like you have a zigzagging shoelaces, and you want like the like you have like a rectangular shape that's going along the curve. Getting that to, you want like one side to always be kind of facing the surface of the shoe. It's really difficult because as you make additional extrusions, as you continue to kind of make more zigzags or make the curve longer and stuff, and where you move them changes the rotation. So you have to change the rotation, and then if you move it, you have to change the rotation for all of them again. So it's quite annoying. Usually I use a lot of GeoNodes now to speed up that process because it is basically unnecessarily difficult. Okay. Sorry, get distracted a little. Right. Do one final little shape to create. Then we're moving on. We're gonna make the eyebrow. Oh, some reason I thought this was lined up. Everything's renamed properly. All right. Don't fully understand it, but I quite get it. See, I hope the progress goes well. Thank you. Same. Thank you, Fox. I was gonna say same to you, but good luck with your projects. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon. Not quite what we're gonna go with in the long run, but be a good rough draft of what these little spikies are gonna be. Cheek puffs. All right. Solid progress. We're going to save here and work on some other avatars. Take some screenshots first. Like the Nanachi base, if you know that VR chat base. Definitely seen it before. All right, we're going to switch over to Ava. All right, I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back. One moment, y'all. May have to step away again in just a moment, but for now, let's get this started. So we want to bake. Oh, and yeah. All right, back again. So let's get this object set up for baking. I believe that. No, we can have them. I'll split them with you later. Yeah, let's make. I believe I've already made a retopology. Indeed, I have. It looks pretty darn good. So what we'd like to do now is get it in substance. So the MD will be the made dress low poly. So MD low poly, MD high poly. The underscore low. This will be ribbons or ribbon wraps low. Low. So that run. And then this will be. And we just need to go So the high poly. Perfect. Ribbons. No. And D. No. Make one more collection. This will be MD cage. And what we'll do is take these low poly objects. We're going to do Alt D to duplicate and send them over to the cage. Oh my god, I named them incorrectly again. Just shoot me. Okay, so one at a time. This is the low poly. The other one's the high poly. Should actually be combined with the dress. Interesting. We cannot, because this is a trim. Ah, right. So this would be MD by apron trim. Now we can do what I was just doing a second ago. Made the cage. Take these objects, Alt D, move them down here. Cage. 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 Boom. Gorgeous. Now we are missing few objects for this outfit. Let's look at the reference. Oh, actually, I take that back. Awesome. Awesome. So for these objects in the cage, we will add a triangulate with fixed, alternate, and keep normals. We'll actually add that to both of these, both cage and low poly. Then for the cage, we're going to add one more object, which is a deform or displace, type of deform, and a group. Here we can use like this, Copy to selected. Then also transfer the displace vertex group. Okay. Now we can enable our high poly and begin to displace the cage until it rests on top of the high poly. Can't really use symmetry on this. Maybe some of the pieces, perhaps, but not really. Right. Strength again. Really need to cover those up. Let's turn off everything but these two. Okay, should be golden now. Excuse me. So that's the cage for that one. Then we turn off this, turn off these two, and we do the ribbons. We'll do quite a light start. It should be very exact. I believe the geometry is pretty similar, so. Almost exactly the same. Cool. And then we'll do the same. A little bit of manual painting. Beautiful. Okay. Overall, very good. Now what we'd like to do is get these into Substance. So we're going to set up our exporters. Client work, Ava, thanks. I have everything dumped in here, so let's make it simple. Made press. Go in here. And this will be red. Made press. And this is actually the cage that we're making here. Copy this path. Go to the next one. Add the exporter. And then just for this one, this is the low poly, so we'll rename. And then lastly, the high poly. Switch out the high poly, save, export these three collections, save. That was pretty fast. That's only 100,000. Actually, it's only 100,000. Let's go to the high poly and add some subdivisions because we would want it. We would want to push that quality as much as possible. Exporting the high poly once again. Save. All right, let's pop up in Substance. Missing the low poly. Shit. That means I accidentally overwrote that file. That's good. I doubt we'll be going anywhere near that one. Go to bake. High diffusion, we'll bake at 4K. We'll use our high poly. And we'll use a cage. You guessed it, this cage. Bam. Save. And we will match by mesh name. Should be good. Ooh, that looks good. Nice. Pretty high quality. Got a air there and here. The collar is messed up. Everything else is looking pretty much on point. So what about the collar broke? Check with face orientation turned on. It's not that. Disable the selecting high poly, look at the cage. We'll select random. Perhaps it's the unwrap. Oh, I can see the arrow right there. Oops. Okay. We got the base added. That's good. So what are we missing right now? Double check those mesh maps. So ambient occlusion. Clearly we've got some clipping here and right there. If we look at the normal, there is also an issue. That looks just... Oh. This looks like how angular it is right here. I think there's something overlapping. Go to mesh normals. Show me the wireframe. There's got to be something there doing that. See anything in there though? Maybe they're overlapping. These two are separate. Um, hmm. It looks pretty clean to me. I don't know what that would be then. Just that one spot. And this gets weird here as well. Okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, there is a cut right here. Now, let me look at this again. I don't think it's the low poly or the cage. It must be something with our high poly. Doesn't look bad at all, though. Alright, let's go back to baking. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh no, we're just seeing the baked. We're matching by mesh name. We have ignore backface on. I'm gonna try that. The same error. Take one more time. Looks pretty seamless to me. I don't know what the issue is. That really looks like there's just some sort of geometry sitting there. This just has a subdivision on it. Isn't anything else that should be affecting it? Let's just try exporting one more time, I guess. And for it to go from isn't it interesting how smooth it is here? Very, very smooth. The high poly does have wrinkles here. Okay. So these must, the UV map must be messed up. There is something wrong here. Yeah, it looks looks exactly the same. About almost. Oh, good. It really doesn't look any different. This looks like it's upside down. Hmm. Oh, okay. I know what it is. The issue is the name. The issue is the name itself. We have straps low. Ribbons. See, the ribbons include these in the other one. So on the high poly, we actually want to separate these. You know what? I'll actually say color. Hi. And color underscore low. D, send this to page. And copy selected. All right. So this should fix it. Ooh. Perfect. All right. I think that looks amazing, honestly. I think that looks really good. Let's add some basic colors. um, yeah, let's add some color. Okay, so this segment here should be black. Same with this one. In fact, I'm just going to assign it to this material. It's fine. This one's fine. We're missing a bow. There should be a bow here. That's okay. Cute. So that looks pretty good. There's kind of an odd gap right here. We've got a crunch right there. Oh no, they're just intersecting. A little subtle, but that'll help some of the reflections pop. Okay, I would like to make some sort of lace trim along the bottom here. That should be relatively easy to create. What I can do is make a template. We'll call this lace. And we'll add a fill. In the fill, we'll use a fabric or some sort. Yeah, perfect. I have a bunch of lace trims, so awesome. Now we just want to change the color to be like this. Be affecting that area. Okay, it is on there. Why isn't that cutting anything out? Oh, I see. The issue is the actual image that we're feeding in here. Okay, well, we'll use something else for right now. But I do have to actually convert that to an alpha, not an alpha texture currently. That's the main issue. Okay, that's not what we're going to use, but it'll do the trick. Actually, you know, we'll start that. And then go back to here. Color selection, this one. We'll add a random color. Yep, it might as well be the same. So, this one. Big, just the ID map. Looks good. All right, we got another 30 minutes and then I'll be calling it for today. Turn. All right, that gives us some nice little details there. And I would also like to add a anchor point here. We use the I sub bevel, which we'll call black outline. And use the anchor point we just created to push out this shadow. What it's going to be. We also give it just a little bit of height. like to push it down. Just give the appearance that there's a layering going on. Catch the normals a little. Okay. Very tempted to move on to other aspects of this, but our main goal right now is to just finish our little dress here. So what we're going to do now all right, what we're going to do is make some little bows. Make a plane. Call this MD underscore high underscore bows. And delete that. Move the input geometry and add a object info. We would like to sample the dress. What do we want out of it? Well, we just really want add a float. Now we have this little curve, and we'll say curve 2 points. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's 5 points. Curve here. And on these points, we're going to instance an object. And this will be our bows. Bows. Name address. And attribute name. Now, in the GeoNode, we can make the bow. Hello, AKR Rectalis. How much does the feral dragon model ready for animation cost with you on average? Hello to you as well. So for any avatar, and I would assume the kind of avatar you just described would fall into this. I generally charge with clothing and stuff like that, it'd be about 1,500. So that'd be a base avatar with a full body, full vice seams, animations. Or when you say animation ready, are you referring to VR chat? That's generally the platform that I make avatars for. But I'd be very comfortable making them for Blender or a game or pretty much any kind of platform you might be looking to put it on. Only Blender. Okay. My process would probably still be the same because a lot of the optimizations you make for making a like a game ready character, you would generally do for any sort of Blender rig. You know, baking textures. That's what I'm doing right now. Baking a texture here. But in my process, so let me show you an avatar I made recently. Or here's one that I'm working on right now. This is Neku here. We just got to the rigging stage, and so the character is fully rigged. And I usually use AutoRig Pro for the rigging, which is a pretty standard, a common control rig. But I'm very familiar with making like custom rigs, so wings, and I actually used a lot of geometry nodes as well, so be happy to know what kind of features you're looking for. Yeah, if you'd like, let me just drop my Discord in chat, or you can email me at samdutter@gmail.com. But let me drop my Discord as well. That's that was not the that was not the link. There we go. Oh. I swear I'm hitting that. Right, people. Copy. Oh. And it doesn't want me to. Not actually copying it. Seems like a bug. I think the link's down below. Either way, let me just type my email. That's probably best. There you go. Discord's bugging. All right, let's sample the bow. Boom. Now we got a bunch of little bows on the dress. And what we'd like to do is align them to the surface of the curve, at least. So we'll start just by passing along the rotation. Not bad. We're going to align rotation to vector. So we'll take our rotation here and pass it the tangent. Something like that. Pretty good. And we'll rotate rotation. Funny thing to do, but there. Or local. Move our instances on the z-axis very slightly. Yeah, but let me know what you're thinking, AKR. Love to work with you. We'll do is we'll actually apply the mirror. And I think we'll raise up the edges. Kind of like that. That way we can lower it back down. 1500 for full model, or 1500, sorry, I didn't hear right. So 1500 would include a full body, fully rigged, including a facial rig, eye movement, fizz bones or jiggle bones. So it'd be set up to use with physics. I'd be happy to convert that to like a soft body or something. And it would also include a full outfit. So full body and a full outfit. And everything would be rigged and include full toggles. I'm trying to convert in my head from what I usually do for a VR chat to Blender. So in VR chat, it usually comes with full mouth movements like biseams, talking expression movements, gesture expressions, fizz bones, hand poses, and clothing toggles. That's usually about it. Oh, and then physics, soft body physics for jiggle. Did I say that already? Sorry, it's getting close to my end today, but so generally that's what it include, and I'd be happy to discuss if you have specific features you're looking for. let's give this a shot. I'll export just the high poly and cage. And oh, sorry. And then I guess the other thing would be that I would also make high quality Blender materials. Usually, I'm making there's a shader I use a lot in Unity or VRChat, but I'd be happy to convert all the materials to, fully using all of Blender's features, like, because Blender has a very extensive material system, so I'd be happy to make them look as good as they can in there. Oh, I have to make all the maps. I guess I could include the bows. I think we'll keep them on there, on the text. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, one more tweak to the high poly on here. I would like to select this band, and we're going to shrink it. It should be a bit smaller. And I'd also be happy to share more work that I've created with you. But I will be ending the stream in just a few minutes because I have some errands to run. All right, very charming. Take some photos of this, and then I think we'll be calling it a day. Thank you for the info. Time to earn some money and back. Sounds good, AKR. Definitely looking forward to hearing more from you, and enjoy your day. Make a good job. Thank you. Thank you. I love doing this kind of work, and I'd be very excited to work in Blender. I like Unity, but Blender is I love Blender a lot more. Unity is just so limited. Okay, everyone, it is time for me to call it a day. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to end the stream here. I'll be back tomorrow for another full day of work. Tomorrow we'll be probably finishing up Neku. Getting very close to finished with that avatar. And AKR, looking forward to hearing from you. Everyone else that's lurking out there, hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you again for hanging out. And we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good day. Make sure to send screenshots. Will do. Will do. Enjoy your day, Frank. Bye, everyone.